Fahim. Welcome to FBX HD Aviation. This is officially one of my first videos of the channel. This is a channel that I created primarily just to uh, showcase my love for aviation and flight simming. I am a big time flight simulator guy. I play hours upon hours a week of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I wanted to kind of create this YouTube channel to kind of showcase that, record some videos, also do some live streaming, hopefully near in the future. But yeah, welcome guys. My name is Fahim again, and this channel is going to be consistent of a lot of different things related to aviation. So if you are an aviation nerd, if you are a av geek as they call it in the community, welcome guys. And even if you're not, here to help learn. If you guys are don't know really too much about aviation or airlines or the airplanes or the industry or anything like that, I'm here to kind of share what I know and my knowledge of that kind of stuff to you guys as well. So just trying to build a community here. There's a lot of aviation channels out there, a lot of my flight simulator channels out there and whatnot, but kind of wanted to create my own little journey, my own little path of this little community that we all have here. So again, welcome guys. Today we're going to be doing a quick test flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I haven't upgraded it to 2024 yet, just because I know they're still working out a lot of the bugs and whatnot, especially with the updates that are coming out. So we're going to hold off on 2024 for a little bit. But as of right now, we're still in 2020, have a lot of time and money invested into 2020 with airlines and sceneries and all these different things that I've purchased over the years. But yeah, today we're just going to do a little bit of a flight up to Orlando from Miami. We're going to be on the VATSIM network. And yeah, again, this is a video just to kind of test things around and to welcome you guys joining the channel. And hopefully you guys will, start subscribing, liking, commenting on what you guys like, what you guys don't like, what I can improve. I'm really big on listening to you guys as my viewers, kind of what I do when I watch other flight simmers and stuff like that. So yeah, welcome guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. Excuse me if I'm a little bit nervous and whatnot. This is my first time doing this type of stuff, so we're gonna kind of go through it together. So as you can see here, we are in the Boeing 737-800 American Airlines by Pmdg. Has to be one of my favorite aircraft out there that is made in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. But what we'll do is let's go ahead and start getting some power into this aircraft here. So we'll turn on the battery here, and then we'll get the ground power running so we can get some passengers boarding here shortly. Let's turn on the air conditioning as South Florida is very, very hot. All right, so first thing I like to do is let's go ahead and turn up some lights here. Get the cockpit all light and bright up in here, and then let's turn on the dome light as well. Let's also turn on our navigation equipment. So turn on the adheres here. We'll get that to align. All right. So the first thing we'll do is get GSX, get some boarding going on. So we'll request boarding, and this is an American Airlines. There we go. All right, so we have the jet bridge already connected here, which is great. We did file our flight plan through SimBrief, so we did already get our PDC, which we can actually turn on ATC. We have Miami Center online right now. So let's go and turn this to 32.2. There we go. We should start hearing ATC in just a second. All right, let's go to our EFB, request data from SimBrief here. Here we go. So this is going to be our flight plan. So we're going in from MIA, and we'll go up to MCO. This is locked. Let's unlock it. There we go. So we're going to go up through South Florida, over Lake Okeechobee. Why is this locked here? There we go. Over Lake Okeechobee, and then go through Central Florida, and we'll do the arrival into Orlando. Looks like they're landing south today, or as of right now, they're landing south. So we're going to be on the 1-7 arrivals. Let's board the crew here. Awesome. Get some weather for Miami here, and then we'll get the arrival as well. All right.
There are 721 request hitting 09 and 0 due to weather.
We are a little laggy right now, but we'll probably have to fix that in the settings.
Yeah, we can do that where 0900 is approved when able, you're clear back to Lopo and advise.
09 and 0 approved.
Yeah, we're really laggy here, so we might have to actually turn down some of the settings.
There are 721.
See here,
Lima Oscar, Papa Oscar.
Oh, okay, Yolopo. There are 721.
So rendering scaling down a little bit, sharpening down a little bit. Water waves. Texture synthesis we'll put down. If that helps any. There we go. Alright, so that helped a little bit there. Alright, so let's get the emergency lights on. Let's get some hydraulic power on. And I am by no means a expert or anything in how to fly the airplane correctly, at least. I fly based off how I've been doing it, again, so I may not be the most professional in terms of flying it to the T of how they do it in real life, but it's alright, right? That's what simming's about, so we'll have some fun with it. Alright, again, just getting some lighting in here. Cool. So let's go into our FMC here. So I do also have a setup here going on for my yoke and my throttle and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping to eventually get a setup cam for you guys so I can kind of show you guys what I'm working with here for today's video. Unfortunately, I don't have that set up, so we'll save that for a future video. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and go into our computer here, and then we'll go to pause init page. We'll set our ref airport to Kmia. Go. So we have the navigation set up now. So we'll go to route. So what we'll do, oops. So we'll go to MIA, and then we'll actually go to company route here. Since we already imported it from SimBrief, we could just automatically enter all this information in, which is cool. So we'll set the payload, set the fuel, and set the route here. So again, we already got our pre-departure clearance from ATC, so we're going to be on the Flamingo 2 departure and then Waypalm transition. And then we're going up to 210 today. Our squawk will actually put in 2346. There we go. All right, so the uplink is ready, so let's go ahead and load that in.
Thank you.
All right, so we got the passengers loading up while the cargo's coming in. Looks like they, got a little bit of a lag here. Sorry guys, I don't have, I gotta work around. That's again why we're doing this video, is because I gotta kind of work around with the settings and stuff like that, graphics and all that kind of stuff, because while you're recording gameplay and stuff like that, it does kind of drop your frame rates a little bit. As you can see at the top left corner of my screen, I'm getting about 40 FPS as of right now, so we'll, hopefully that stays through, but anyway. All right. So we got the uplink here, so we'll go and set our departure. So again, from the Miami departure, we'll be on the Flamingo 2 Waypalm transition, and they'll probably give us, we're departing east right now, so we'll give us 8 right. And then we'll also set up our arrival into Orlando. So again, we'll be on the 170 landing south, hopefully, so we'll get 17 left. We're going to be on the rides to arrival. And again, this will be the Waypalm transition. Say route, activate, execute. All right, so we got that set up. Let's go ahead and go into our perf init page. Now I could enter this all manually, but for today's video, let's just go ahead and keep it simple, keep it easy, and we'll just request the computer to enter this information or automatically, I should say.
Descending via sandbar 3, Delta 05196.
Please listen to the frequency. I had to call you 5 times, sir. Number 3 Lima Alpha, radar contact, call maintain 16,000.
All right, got that, and then we'll load it up, execute it. So again, we're going to be going up to flight level 210, so we'll actually change that here to 210. There we go. And then our takeoff performance information will go into the performance tool in the FB. And then we're going to select our runway. and then import the weather information. So it says our south temp is going to be 51. I'm going to enter that in there here. All right. And then we're going to get our center of gravity, which is 25.6. And then we're going to have a 5 flap departure. And then we'll get our V speeds here. So we'll go ahead and enter in 146 for our V speed. And then the initial climb out of the Flamingo 2 departure is actually going to be 5,000. So we can actually set 5,000 here in on our altitude bug here. Perfect. All right, so our computer is set up. Everything is ready to go there. Typically out of Miami, we do get a RNAV departure, so we'll be at sea salt at a 092 heading. So we'll actually set our heading bug to 092. There we go. So our transponder on here. TARA2346 is the squawk. We're good there. All right, awesome. I think we're pretty much ready to get ready to rock and roll here. We're just waiting on our passengers to board. Actually, what I forgot to do is run PackX. PackX is a tool that is used pretty much for passengers and stuff like that. So it's actually really cool. So as you can see here, let's go ahead and bring this over here. All right, so we're gonna go start flight. We'll career mode. We are American Airlines, so I am a first officer, as you can see here. Pretty cool. Going from Miami to MCL on 1282. Our cruising altitude actually will be 21,000 feet. Flight time about 43 minutes. Time until takeoff. We'll guesstimate this to about 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes. Let's do 15. The 7-3 on American I know does have Wi-Fi, but they do not have an IFE system, so we'll leave that as is. They do have boarding music, but we'll leave that out for right now. So we do have some custom boarding or safety departure videos, which is American here. And yeah, we'll hit start. There we go. All right, so bring that bad boy over here. Oh. Okay. So we'll wait for PackX to board all the passengers here. Hopefully it won't take the full 15 minutes, but we'll wait and see. Let's see what GSX is doing. GSX is about to be done boarding our passengers, which is good. And then in a second we'll prepare for pushback here. It's like Miami, our terminal's filling up here with a couple of aircraft. We got a 777 and then the old AirCal livery. And then the A319 here. And us. Alright, so in the meantime, what we could start doing is let's start running the APU actually. So what we'll do is
my apologies.
let's kick on the APU here. That ready to go. We'll listen to that start up here.
Let me start. Good evening, Bahamas 292 with you at this time, passing 25 for 34.
Actually sounds amazing. I actually do have a pack installed for this improved audio on the Pmdg 737. Forget what it's called. If I find out, I'll go ahead and link that in the description for you guys if you are interested. It's pretty amazing.
American 1089, same Mach number. Thank you, JetBlue 2145, same Mach number.
Stand by 1, JetBlue calling for time.
American 10, same Mach
1089, roger.
And Mach 179 for JetBlue calling for time.
American 1089, you've been Mach 0.80. American 1089 for spacing, maintain Mach 0.80.
Alright, so we got the APU up. Go back into the cockpit here. Let's actually kick on the APU here.
American 1089, maintain Mach 0.80.
There we go. Alright, so with that we can go ahead and release the ground power. Let's make sure our parking brake is set, which it is not.
2145, maintain Mach 0.78.
Oh, it actually is, sorry. Okay. I thought I wasn't set. Alright, let's remove the chocks. There we go. One thing I forgot to do is let's go ahead and grab the wind data. So request the winds here.
And the other guys to runway 9, 990.
American 1329, transition at 300 knots.
309,
American 967, descend via the vice to arrival, landing east.
Alright, so we got those ready, and then let's go ahead and load that in. And then we'll also get our destination winds as well and put in. Forecast. Load these in too.
American 2326, descend via the vice to arrival, landing east. Miami 22995, transition at 280.
There we go. Alright. Awesome, awesome. Alright, APU is on. Let's start running the fuel pumps as well. APU is running, and then seatbelt sign is on already, which it's alright. Alright. So we are just waiting for Pack X to now finish the boarding here. We got about 11 minutes left on that, but I don't think it'll take the 11 minutes. Actually, the cool thing with Pack X is you can expedite the boarding process. So you'll hear them, you'll actually hear them say they'll try their best here. Expedite boarding.
Is there any chance we could expedite the boarding? See what we can do. No promises.
Yeah, so they say that they can see what they can do, but no promises, but it's all good. Alright, so let's just wait for them to finish that up, and yeah.
Roger, 865. Stand by one.
If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please keep the flight attendant call button
865, runway 19 left, taxi to Charlie.
If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle.
865, runway 19 left, taxi
If you remind me, ground is up. We'll just switch to ground. We actually have ground tower, or no, I'm sorry, ground departure and center up, so I'm gonna go to ground.
Attention aircraft on the ground, Miami departure information perfect, transferring. Altimeter 29995 and Miami Kmco west operation. So aircraft pushing back or on the gate, expect runway 267 for departure.
267. Okay, so it looks like they just changed the runways, so now 26 left is active as we'll get the new ATIS here in just a second. Let's go and program that in. So departure now will be 26 left, Flamingo 2, waypond transition. Execute that in. There we go. Alright, so let's switch our heading bug now back the opposite direction to 272. Perfect. Alright. So I'm gonna grab the ATIS. ATIS is going to be let's see, 13367.
American 593, contact departure for fair safety.
Airmen birds in vicinity of Miami International Airport. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude. Eyes on initial contact. You have information, Romeo.
Romeo's current.
We're ready to go when you are.
Miami International Airport departure information, Romeo 2153 Zulu. Westcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,500. 6,500 scattered. 1,000 scattered. Ceiling 5,000 broken. Temperature 29er. 2.23. Altimeter 29904. Departing runway 26 left. 26 right. 27. Glad Sid expect 6,000 feet for at least 45 miles. Contact clearance delivery if unable. Notice to airmen birds in vicinity of Miami International Airport. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Romeo.
Alright. Romeo is current, and I don't know if you guys heard, PackX has boarded all of our passengers. So let's go in and get ready for pushback here. So we'll prepare for pushback and departure. Doors closed, and
Roger,
jet bridge should be
get
getting away
information,
here in a second.
Romeo, and expect PDC, American 305.
Oh, we gotta close the door.
Climb ground, good day, American 330 with information, Romeo, ready for taxi.
Close left entry,
Miami,
and then left entry 1 and 2.
runway 26 left, taxi
There we go.
via,
All right, let's get the
November.
jet bridge away from us.
26 left via November for American
Probably have to do that.
Miami ground, hello, American 1266 on Victor, request taxi.
Set the. There we go. There we go.
On
All right.
uniform, request taxi to gate.
Let us get the charts
Miami,
pulled up
ground
here.
welcome to Miami, taxi via Papa.
Departure, and then we'll get
Papa Whiskey November to the gate. Thank you, American 1266.
airport info. So we're here, so we're going to push back facing east, and that'll give us a November 7, November 8 Mike taxi to 26 left here. All right, you ready to push us back, buddy? All right, let's see here. All right, let's get the beacon on, actually, get ready for that. Engine start. And, yeah, ready to push. All right, so we're gonna push tail to the right and then nose left. All right, let's release the brakes. There we go. Cool. All right, let's take a look at some wing views here. Beautiful wing view. Right side. I also have the left side here. Now these are custom wing views, guys. There's some videos out there on YouTube that show you how to kind of create this. It's not too difficult at all. It took me just maybe some time to kind of figure out, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. So if you guys want some custom wing views, make sure to look through some YouTube videos there.
Welcome to your American Airlines flight. On its way to one of our many destinations across the globe. Made possible by our dedicated team members.
All right, start our engines here.
Turn
off packs. Lead, and then ignition running.
That's why your
ground.
safety is so important to us. So
I like to hear the sound, so we'll actually go back to it.
Miami ground.
Safely on your way.
American 488, go ahead.
American 488,
Buckle
call
your
for
seatbelt,
push when
insert the
ready.
metal end into the buckle.
Alright,
and
we'll
pull
call
the
for
strap
place
to
for
tighten.
Mike 488.
To open, lift the top
All right.
of the buckle.
We're at 23. We can
You can take part of the flight
Whenever you're
C.
seated in case of
fuel
unexpected.
number 2.
Now, make sure
Wow.
your seat is upright. All larger electronic devices are put away. Carry-ons are placed all the way under the seat in front of you. And
I just love hearing the startup sound through the engine. It's beautiful. All right, parking brake. Set the parking brake.
If your electronic device falls into your seat, please do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member for assistance.
Let's reset.
U.S. law prohibits smoking, including e-cigarettes, at any time. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in the lavatories may result in a fine. U.S. law requires all to comply
All right,
with
start
lighting
number 1.
and posted signs and crew member instructions. Now let's review the safety card in your seat pocket, which explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. This aircraft is designed with escape path lighting on or near the floor. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, leave all carry-ons behind and follow the lights quickly and safely to the nearest exit. A sign will indicate you have reached your exit. All exits on this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. Keep in mind, it may be behind you. All door exits have evacuation slides to use in the unlikely event of an emergency. In a water evacuation, the exit door slides in the front and back of the airplane may be detached and used for flotation. You'll find the exact location on your safety card. When directed
All right.
to exit, jump onto the slide.
Beautiful engine start there, so let us go ahead and
Oxygen masks will drop automatically. While
turn the
remaining
AC
seated with
packs
your
back
seatbelt
on.
fastened, hold down on the mask or the
Off
red
the
stripper to
bleeds.
start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your
Turn off the
nose
APU
and
now,
put the
since we
elastic
have engine
band
power.
over your head. Then pull the straps to tighten
And let's turn
and breathe
this to
normally.
continuous.
Remember to always put your own mask on first before
Our
helping
altitude up
others.
here to
Know that oxygen is flowing
210.
even if the bag doesn't inflate. Life vest
Area
tape
damper, we
and
could turn
underneath
on.
next to or between your
Turn on our
seats.
window heat
For help
and probe
locating
heat.
them, see your safety card. To remove the vest, pull the tab or compartment handle to break the seal. If equipped with an elastic harness,
All right.
remove the
Got the pin. There he is, walking away with it. So we know we are free.
Delta 691, Sarah 30 on taxiway Quebec, requesting parking at the hotel gate.
Delta
Okay,
1691,
I don't know. I don't know what this guy's
ground
doing.
11, welcome to Miami. Taxiram via
All right. Anyway.
the Quebec.
All right. So now that we have the engine started, let us go ahead and set flaps and RTO for our auto brake. And then again, we're going to be setting flap 5.
Make your journey more enjoyable.
Expect TVC and runway 26.
American Airlines.
Awesome. All right, for safety, put on the seatbelt here. Got to be prepared for anything. In case of crash landing or something.
1266 going offline. See ya.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, let's do a quick flight control check. So we have elevator up, elevator down. Aileron left and right. Rudder, left, right. Flight controls are free and correct. Cool. All right, I like to turn off the cockpit light as I fly, so it's a little nice and dark in here. All right, I think we are ready to go. In future videos, we'll actually do a checklist, proper procedure for the checklist, as pilots actually do, right? But again, for today's video, we'll leave that out. We'll pretend we did everything right. Awesome. All right, we're ready to go. Again, information Romeo is the current ATIS, and then go ahead and call ground and get taxi clearance. Miami ground, good day, American 1282. Information Romeo, ready for taxi.
American 1282, Miami ground, buenas tardes. Thanks for Romeo, runway 26 left, taxi via November 8, Mike.
November 8, Mike, over to 26 left for American 1282. All right, great. Let's get her rolling here. All right, so again, November 8, so we're going to go straight, and then we're going to make that November 8 turn, and then we'll go on to Mike, and then we'll go over to 26 left there. Let's get our taxi light on as well. All right.
I'm ground, American 488, stand Delta 12, request mission start.
American 488, push to November is approved, face east.
We actually should get departure frequency set in here shortly. That wind clearance is crazy. Let's yeah, we would have probably I don't know. That's really close. I don't think a 777 is supposed to park here. I don't think that's a heavy gate, but whatever. All right, so we're gonna go to November 8, which should be this one here. While we're taxiing, let's tune in the departure frequency. Have that ready to go. 2685. The sound on this pack are just, the sounds is amazing. I love them. I think it's called a Boris sound pack, if I'm not mistaken.
November 2244, Mike, Miami from I get through 2x5, very quiet. American 1282, Sunside, departure, have a great flight here.
Well, switch to departure. Have a great rest of your day, American 1282.
Number 2244.
Alright, on to departure. On to them. Looking good, looking good. Can't wait to get my setup cam here set up for you guys, so that way you guys can actually see controls and all that kind of stuff. I don't think seeing my face is the only thing is that interesting. Just listen to that throttle up a little bit.
And November
It sounds so realistic compared to the real 737. It's amazing. I love it best. I don't remember how much it was, but whatever it was, definitely worth the amount that I paid for it.
Passing 14,000. November 252, please repeat. You guys stepped up.
Yeah, I'm having an emergency. I'm gonna climb up here. It's just engine. I'm gonna try and climb up a little bit, and then I'm gonna fly out 233, and then I'll let you know when I'm ready.
November 252, turn left heading 130, climb and maintain 2,000.
193, turn left, I'll climb maintain 2,000, 3,000, 250.
2,000.
2,000, 250.
At Miami approach, good evening, American 2326, passing 13,000, standing by device to arrival. American 2326, Miami altimeter 2994, expect ILS runway 30. Is that 30?
Alright, so we are coming up here to 26 left. He doesn't call us, we'll call him here in just a second.
Miami approach, American 309, Again, 38.9 Miami altimeter 2994, expect ILS runway 30.
Miami departure, American 782 as reached flight 16,000.
American 782, ident, I think you disconnected by accident. Are you on observer or something?
Oh no, we're still connected. 782.
782, Justin, contact Miami 132.2.
Alright, swing over to Miami 132.2.
Cactus 2806 Heavy, turn right on Quebec, contact ground 18.
Right on Quebec, ground 18.
Delta 0519, turn left heading 330, descend and maintain 3,000, vector Stefan.
Descend and maintain 3,000, vector Stefan, Delta 0519er.
Negative, turn left heading 330.
Alright, we'll
left,
call him up
heading
here. Just a
330,
second.
Delta 0519er. Miami approach 252. I'm having a throttle issue. I think I've got it figured out what my HOD is. I'm ready to set back to 31.
1 second. Break. American 967. You turned off the arrival. You fly heading 360. Expect RNAV 260 right approach. 967. Yeah, we had to reprogram for 30 until some other matters. So we're going to our excuses. Nah, you're too high for the arrival. American 967, turn right heading 090, descend and maintain 5,000. 090, 5,000. And November 252, turn left heading 310.
310, left heading 250.
Delta 0519, reduce speed to 180.
Second, Miami approach, Delta 0519er.
Delta 0519, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Reduces speed 180 knots, Delta 0519er.
Miami Caribbean 34, on the ground, Terminal 1 Fort Lauderdale with information on Foxtrot ready for taxi.
Dash 378, turn right to enable contact ground point 8.
Turning right at Quebec, Kippwood flight and ground point 8.
Delta 0519er, join the localizer.
Alright, that's not gonna work.
Joining the localizer, Delta 0519er.
American 318, Windcom, runway 30, clear land.
He's just a little busy for us to call him. Give it a sec here.
Delta 0519er, lock on localizer.
November 252, do you have the field?
I've got field inside 252. I'm going to be landing with full on just top control though. My throttle's broke.
November 252, runway 31, clear land.
3931.
Delta 0519, from Aleda, maintain 3000 until established. Cleared Alice, runway 30 and speed 170. Delta 0519, cleared Alice, runway 30, reduce speed to
Reducing speed to 170, Delta 0519.
American 1329, speed 180 or greater till 5.
Great, 180 or greater until 5,
American 967, turn left heading 300. Caribbean 34, Miami departure, runway 28 right, taxi via Bravo, advise when you have information, Foxtrot.
Bravo, we have Foxtrot now, Caribbean 34.
American 1329, wind calm, runway 30, clear to land. American 2326, cross Shan at or above 3000, clear to ILS 30 approach. Cross Shan at or above 3000, and clear the ILS approach 30, 2226.
And my departure American 1282, ready to go, 26 left.
American 1282, Miami departure, RNAV Casino, runway 26 left, cushion RNAV Crocs, runway 26 left, clear to take.
RNAV to Crocs, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, American 1282.
Delta
Alright,
05,
I was like,
19,
casino, wrong RNAV. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our lights on, wing light, runway, landing, and let's turn on our strobes. Ready to rock and roll.
Reduce speed to 180 knots.
Let's turn on our, oh, well, our flight director's already on, and, so we'll get there.
Caribbean 34, hold your shoulder 28, right, ready to go.
Delta 05,
Come on, a little bit more power, let's go.
Number 2, 3 miles
We got this, come on.
Airbus 321, runway 30, clear to land.
Let's arm our auto throttle as well, so we can get Toga up in here.
2519.
Look at that sunset.
American 967, turn left heading 220. Caribbean 34, RNAV direct, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
28 right, clear for takeoff, Caribbean 34.
American 318, contact ground point 8.
Toga.
Ground point 8 for American 318, heavy company.
Delta 7257, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Airspeed alive.
It is alive.
Approach
80 knots.
We cross-check that, good.
American 420, Miami approach, Miami altimeter 2994.
Approaching V1.
Can I actually set American 420 or 400?
Rotate.
Was it American 420 or 400?
Alright, gear is up.
American 400.
See ya, Miami. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Departure American 488, ready to go 267.
American 488, Miami departure, line of the way 26 left.
Line of way 26 left, 480.
Alright, turn RNAV to Crocs.
Right at 2218, Miami approach, Miami altimeter 2994, expect ILS from like 30.
2994, expect ILS 30.
American 1283, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000, stay altitude.
I maintain 16,000, passing 2.6 for American 1282.
American 488, RNAV Croc, I'm sorry about that, RNAV Crocs, running 26 left, clear to take off.
RNAV Crocs.
Alright, as we're passing 3,000, let's go and get the flaps in.
American 3089, heavy, if I didn't give it to you, cross Shannon above 3,000, clear Dallas, runway 30. American 967, turn the right.
Alright, we'll fly this up to 10,000 before we give it over to the autopilot, just to have more fun with the airplane. Look at that, beautiful.
Caribbean 34, you're radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000, stay altitude.
Up to 13,000, coming through 2.4 now, Caribbean 24.
American 1329, contact ground point 8.
Oh, center just disconnected, so we'll go over to Unicom here in a second, as soon as he gives us off.
American 2326, wind calm, runway 30, clear land. American 969, heavy line departure, runway 26 left, line of the way.
Put the
0590,
auto brake
turn
back
right
to
to
off.
contact ground 181 off.
Contact going to ground, Delta 0519.
Reckon 3089, number 2, 6.5 miles in shell of company Boeing 737, wind calm, runway 30, clear land. Reckon 967, fly from Shan, cleared island, plus reader. Delta 7257, descend and maintain 3000.
She is climbing beautifully. I love it. All right, so we're just about to pass 8,000 here. We're at 250 knots, so anything
488 passing 2,000, 5,000.
anything below
Reckon
10,000.
488, radar contact, climb and maintain 16,000.
Look at that cloud. Oh, the clouds in
Reckon 969 heavy, R9 cross.
in Microsoft 2020 are, I mean, a lot of people have their thoughts about them, but I mean, they're still beautiful in my opinion. I think they're
Delta 72,
obviously they won't be as good as 2024, but clouds in 2020 are still
Reckon 3089 heavy,
amazing.
170 knots off to a bird.
Could be better, of course, but you know they're not too bad at all.
Reckon 967, speed 170 knots
amazing.
off to a bird.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic device.
Delta
All right.
7257, speed 180 knots.
Passing 10,000 here, or sorry, 10.7 actually. Give it to the autopilot as soon as we clear out this turn. All right, so let's actually increase this to 300 knots, and let's get the auto throttle on. Oh my God, autopilot on. All right, so we're gonna vertical speed climb here up to 16, and then onward up to our flight level.
Reckon 967 heavy, number 3, 6 miles in trail of Airbus 300.
So that we are above 10,000, let's go and turn off our landing. Taxi, runway.
Reckon 969.
Logo lights can come off as well, wing lights can come off as well, and then we'll leave everything else on, and we'll turn these two off, and we'll put that into back on both. We don't need.
Over there, Rising, Caribbean 34, yeah.
American 1282, no further ATC, change advisory today.
Switching to Unicom to American 1282, see ya. Alright, we'll go to 22.8.
22.
Alright, we're all by ourselves now. So let's go in. Let's see here. So we have about what is that? About 20 miles to our top of climb. Then should be about a 10-15 minute cruise before we start our descent into Mickey Mouse's clubhouse, which has been there many times. Go. All right. Cool. Looking good here. Oh, so we're at region 16. So let's actually put this all the way up to our flight level, which is 310. Sorry, I think it's 310. Sorry, 210. Excuse me. Already forgot. All right. So we're gonna keep our vertical speed here at 2300. 908 could use VNav here, but I personally just always like to use vertical speed to get to our cruising altitude. I like to do a lot of the stuff manually. I don't really like to have the plane do it, and that's just more for my sake, just to kind of, you know, keep me up to par with certain things, and just to kind of keep my more fun in it, I guess, to say the least. So a lot of the ways you guys will see me fly is through more manual ways, rather than like having the autopilot take over and do the descent and stuff like that. So just kind of fair warning to you guys. Eventually, you know, as soon as we can learn, again, kind of still a newbie into Now I've been flying the 737 for a while in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I haven't been flying it the right way or the intended way, which I know a lot of rework pilots obviously fly. So sooner or later we'll probably again do a video in the near future of a startup to shut down A to Z, kind of how the pilots actually do it. And we'll kind of, I think that'll be pretty fun. But again, for right now, we're just kind of doing it based off of how we're used to flying it, whether it's the right or wrong way. So, all right, so we're passing our transition altitude here, so we'll set this to standard. So that sets it into both as we pass 18,000. As you can see here, we're about what, 10 miles? Yep, 10 miles up to our cruise. Yeah, very short flight today, so not expecting any passenger service. In terms of food and beverages or anything like that. I've been on this route probably like once or twice in real life, but I can't remember if they actually do serve drinks. I think it's way too short. Might be mistaken. They might. Southwest, I think, does. I don't know, but all right. So our passenger satisfaction here, I can put that on the screen here, is actually 79%. So not too sure why that is. As you can see, my seatbelt sign is still on. But we have people walking out and about, which is kind of odd that they would do that during our climb phase. But nonetheless, I believe that is. All right. So we are just reaching our cruising altitude here of 21,000 feet. Our speed, let's go to Mach 80 for today. I know that's kind of fast for today, but again, this is just a test flight, so we're just trying to get there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. She's saying that they cannot offer flight services today, or I should say beverage services. So we're gonna have a little bit of some upset passengers, but that's okay because they'll make do. All right, everything is looking good. Looking good. Let's take a look at the wing view here. Look at the clouds. Again, they could be better, but they are not bad at all, in my opinion. Let's get some drone views out here. Oops. There we go. Actually turn that down a little bit. It's really loud, but all right. So look at that sunset. Beautiful. Oh, it's actually covered by the clouds, but it still looks nice. Love the strobes on here. I don't know what about strobes that I love so much, but strobe lights are really cool. I love when they turn them on in real life. It's just that flickering kind of. For any aviation nerds out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. I know I'm not the only one here talking about the strobes. I have very bad OCD, guys. You'll probably notice that throughout the next, videos that I do and upcoming and whatnot. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the anti-collision light or the beacon is in sync with the strobe light, and I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flick off the strobe light for just a second to turn it back on, so it's not in sync anymore. Again, bad OCD vibes over here, but we'll be okay. We are looking nice. This plane is beautiful. The Pmdg again is one of my favorite aircraft to fly. I think it's one of the most easiest aircraft to fly as well. The physics that they built into that PMD built into this airplane is actually really good, especially when it comes to like the landing and the takeoff. It's just very fluid, very smooth. One of my favorite other favorite aircrafts to fly is the Phoenix aircraft, so the A3 series, so the 2021s, 19s, and all that stuff. Now, the one thing I love about those aircraft, which we'll talk more about when we actually fly the Phoenix, maybe in our next video, but the sound on that aircraft are just amazing. Phoenix really did a good job with those. But the physics and the dynamics of how that aircraft flies compared to the PMDG, in my honest opinion, it doesn't even compare. Just the landing physics of that airplane are very difficult to land, at least to get a very, very authentic landing as Airbus does. It's really hard in the Phoenix, and that just might be me, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys have experienced that as well, flying the Phoenix A300 or the A300 family, the A321, 320, all of them, all of them honestly have that same dynamic. So yeah, but the Pmdg here is it's just beautiful all around, in and out. They definitely did a really, really good job with this aircraft. I There's a reason why it's my favorite aircraft to fly. Love it. Look at that. That could be a commercial for American. All right, before we start getting too crazy with the views, let's go ahead and make sure we're not missing our top of descent here yet. So we're about to hit that in about 20 miles, 40 miles, sorry. All right. What we can do actually is let's turn off the seatbelt sign, let them move around the cabin for a little bit, let them enjoy that. And while they're doing that, let's go ahead and start looking at our arrival information, shall we? Okay, so we have arrival into MCO. Let's us go ahead and get the ATIS actually. So information. 220 at 6 mile visibility, scattered clouds. Temperature's 26, dew point is 24. 29902 is going to be the altimeter. Awesome. All right, so let's go into our performance here, performance tool. Let's go into our landing dispatch. And we'll set up the runway again. So since there's no ATC on right now, we're going to kind of set ourselves up for the arrival. So we're just going to take the 17s as we're landing south. So we'll take 17 left. A little bit of a further taxi for the American terminals, but that's okay. Input the weather. We'll have a flap 30 landing. AC will be on. AI config will be off. At about a 9,000 foot runway. Here we have our temperature 26 Celsius, and then our altimeter is 29902. Let's calculate that. All right, so our VREF is going to be 154. Our landing weight is about 146,300. I'm going to import that here. So our current weight of 144,866. Input our weather and calculate. So our VREF speed will be 154, again with a flap 30 landing. So we'll go ahead and get that inputted here. So again, I like to do all my my climbs and my descents all manually here. So set that up here. So whoa, actually shouldn't be. It should be a Mach 7.3. Yeah, slow down a little bit. All right. All right. So as we're approaching our TOD, let us go ahead and get our vertical speed in here. All right, so we're actually going to pull up the charts here on my little iPad that I have, and well, actually we can pull them up here too. Let's go to our charts. Stars. So again, we're going to be landing on the rides to arrival. All right, so we got to hit rides by 8,000. So what we'll do is set 8,000. And start our vertical speed down. Again, I do this all manually. Again, that's just the way I like to do it. It's easier for me, honestly. rather than to use the VNav. But this tool is really helpful. All right, so let's get down to 8,000 by rides. So we're probably have to, as you can see, rides is our next waypoint. And then we have, we're actually going to be going on the north side, so we're actually going to be going this route here. Then we'll make the 180 to land on 17 left. So our last altitude restriction is going to be 5,000 with 210 knots. So we'll make sure we meet that and comply. So the 17 left, so from Wizard, which is right here. So it's going to on track to 360. So we'll go from Wizard, we'll go straight to 360. To cross Theum at or above 10,000, then track 001. To cross Park at between 9,000 and 11 at 250, and then track 005 to cross Hans between 8 to 9,000 at 220. And then finally keep tracking north 006 to cross Pittman at 5,000 to 10 knots, and then expect greater vectors, but again, since there's no ETC on, we'll vector ourselves into the approach. Awesome. All right, so we're briefed there. Let's go ahead and brief the approach as well. So again, ILS is 17 left. So from Pittman, we can make that 180 turn to hit Bosch at 210 knots, and we'll be at a 185 heading, coming down into 6,000, and then we'll take the ILS into 17 left. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and set our altimeter. Again, altimeter for MCO is 2992. That's it. Awesome. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit. So let's slow her down just a tad here. All right, so we're not going to cross rides at 8,000, which is fine. Let us go ahead and cross Theum. Theum was, let's go again, check the charts again. Actually, we should pin these, but Theum at 10,000, which is great. So we'll meet Theum at 10,000. All right, leave the seatbelts on off for just a few more minutes. Let them stretch their legs or use the restroom for just a little bit longer. And yeah, we'll set up for the arrival here. All right, so as we hit 10,000, we might have to get some speed brakes out here, but that's fine. Just beautiful scenery here. Again, could be better, but it's good. All right. All right, so I think we are safe to put the seatbelt sign on. Go ahead and get everybody situated before we begin our approach here. All right, so before we bring in the approach, let's go into our init page. So we have 17 left programmed in. Here's our speeds, our VREF speed. So with flap 30, it'll be about 149. So we'll do 149 for our VREF actually. And then let's see here. I'm gonna do a flap 30 landing. Right. Unable 250 at parks. That's fine. We'll make it. No problem. Cool. All right, the ILS frequency. Make sure we have that ready to go as well. Oops. So 185. Final approach course. So we'll set 185 here. All right. And then let's go ahead and get our ILS frequency in there. So it's a 122. Or I'm sorry, it's a 110.95 for the ILS DME. 11095. Great. We're about to reach 10,000 feet. Let's slow her down to 250 knots, actually. Let's get our wing lights on. I should do that right below 10,000. Oh, wing lights can come on. And then we'll get our landing lights on below 10,000. All right, let's also get the CTAF in for Orlando so we can start making some calls here. So CTAF for Kmco is actually going to be 124.3. Here we go. All right, CTAF in. Let's go ahead and begin our descent here into, oops, let's gonna begin our descent here into 5,000. Let's actually make our call first. So we are currently about 20 miles. Orlando traffic, American 1282, currently about 20 nautical miles southeast of the field. Currently on the downwind, going to be setting up for the ILS 17 left approach, Orlando. All right. Let's cross park at 10,000. We'll make our descent into Pittman at 5,000. So cross park at 250 knots, which we are at, in between 11 and 9, which we are. And then Hans will be at 220, so we'll slow it down to 220 at 8,000. And Orlando should be, where are we at? Oh, it's hidden behind the clouds. Oh, it's right here. You can kind of see it. I think that's it, yeah. Wonder what lake this is. Orlando has a bunch of lakes. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Orlando, but Orlando is it's full of freaking lakes. See some smudges on the screen here, on the windows here as well. This doesn't come with the Pmdg. This is actually a add-on mod that I downloaded. Again, I forget where. This was quite a while ago, but it kind of makes the dirty look of the Pmdg, so it's kind of like has its wear and tear, as you can see here, like through the little features here, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I thought that was really cool because it was just kind of shows that these aircraft have some wear and tear, and as you can see, a little dirty, scratches and stuff like that. Pretty cool. You can tell really with the marks here on the knobs. You can tell a lot of people have been touching them. They're a little dirty, but I thought it looked really nice. So as you can see here, it's a little scratched up, but really cool. All right, stop paying attention to that. Let's go ahead and make sure we're making our approach path. All right, so let's go down to 8,000. Slow her down to 220. Actually, let's go bring her down to 5,000 to Pittman. And now that we're below 10,000, let's put on our landing lights, runway lights, logo lights, and all that. Go ahead and switch these to continuous. All right, and Orlando is. Another thing we can prepare for is the arrival to the gate.
We have begun our final descent into Orlando. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat slips. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
All right, so American typically parks at airside 3 at Orlando, so we'll actually just select 44. There we go. So we'll be ready to go. Again, just to kind of prep ourselves, so as soon as we land on 17 left, we're going to get off of Foxtrot, and then we will cross 17 right at Foxtrot. We'll take, what is that? Foxtrot all the way over to Echo 2. So we'll enter the ramp at Echo 2, and then we'll go into gate 44. So again, one thing about me is I like to just be as prepped as I can for all of these, for all of my flights, as best as I can. Obviously, it's not going to happen all the time, but for the first flight, might as well show you guys what that I am a good pilot. So, all right. Orlando is back to our about 7 o'clock now. How to reach Pitman. We are a little bit over speed, but you know what? It's all right. Let's drop some speed brakes in here.
Orlando traffic noise on 1271, departing 18 left on the red tax, 1 departure, Orlando.
Alright. About to reach 5,000 here. Let's get the speed brakes back in. Alright, so as we're going to hit 5,000, we can go in and vector ourselves into the approach here. So what we'll do is set our heading bug to our current heading, so 007. And then let's get her down to 210, because that is the speed restriction at Pittman. And we are at 260, so we just want to slow her down a little bit. All right, let's hope that my first landing for my first video is successful. I feel like you guys will judge your commitment to this channel based off of this landing, so let's just make sure we do this right. All right. So at Cedo, let's go and get the ILS in here. Sorry, I'm using my iPad here. You guys can't see it, but I have my iPad here with the charts pulled up as well. All right, Cedo, we want to be at 2,500. So let's go ahead and start making our left-hand turn. Go to 270. And start our descent to 2,500.
Orlando traffic noise on 1271, clear 18 left, Orlando final call.
Orlando traffic, American 1282, turning left down, left base for the ILS 17 left, Orlando. Perfect. All right. Continue that left-hand turn. Yeah, we want to meet Cedo at 2,500. We're looking pretty good here. Look at that sunset. Oh, geez. Alright, let us continue that turn. Let's make it to 240. And we'll capture the ILS localizer here in just a moment. Slow her down to 210 knots. Looking really good. Alright. Alright, so we'll leave the two. Oh, I was gonna say, why is it already captured? Okay, cool. So, excuse me. All right, glide slope is coming in as well. Looking good. And not see anything out here. See why they say 6-mile visibility. It's this orange haze. All right. So we've captured the localizer here. We're about to capture the glide slope in just a moment. We'll leave this at 3,000. Looking good, looking good. Look at that. Can't beat that sunset. All right, so we'll start setting our first notch of flaps here in just a moment. And actually set, let's set flap 5. Kind of want to let the eyelashes do it. I just watched the window view here. Sometimes we as passengers do get the benefit of being able to enjoy these amazing views compared to the pilots having to fly an aircraft for a living. All right, so it looks like our glide slope is captured as well. So here's our descent. Lower down. Let's get into 180. Flap speeds. All right, so we're at flap 5 right now. There's our 2500 call out. Let's actually go to flap 10. You have the runway in sight here. We'll take control here in just a moment. We'll take control here in just a second. All right, let's arm our speed brakes. Manual braking, I typically don't have on just because I don't really use it that often. I like to brake myself just because I know what taxiway. But so for today's video, we'll just do auto brake 1. All right, we are at below 2,000. Let's go ahead and drop the landing gear. Set flap 15. Looking great. All right, back in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and slow her down even more.
Traffic, Delta 6441 turning to a 18-mile final, runway 17 left, number 2 to left.
Orlando traffic, American 1282, currently about a 5-mile final for 17 left, Orlando. All right, let's go to flaps full, and we'll grab control here in just a moment. Go flaps 30, I mean. My control of the throttles. Three green, flaps full, speed brake armed. We are ready to land. My controls. All right, let's make sure we are 2 whites, 2 reds. A little low. We are a little low, but you know what? That's okay. Just add more power in it.
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Beautiful. Reverses out, speed brakes up. Welcome to Orlando. Again, we're doing our... Alright, let's manual brake here. I want to get out by Foxtrot. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful landing here into Orlando. Let's exit the taxi, or exit the runway here. Let's clean up the aircraft a little bit. Flaps up, spoilers up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Orlando. The local time is
Under traffic America 1282, clear runway 17 left on Foxtrot. Alright. Landing lights off. Runway lights off. Logo lights off. Well, logos we can keep on. APU on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? We had a little speed bump. Jeez Louise. Alright, anyway. Turn these out to off. Strobes are off. And taxi light will remain on. Cool. Yeah, this scenery that I have, I forget again where I got it from, but I need to make a little bit of an update with that speed bump. Looking good, looking good. Alright. Have no traffic on 17 right. Orlando traffic, American 1282, crossing 17 right on Foxtrot, Orlando. Alright, strobes on. Strobes off. APU is now on. Let's turn on our APU power. Alright, let's go. Again, we're taxiing over to airside 3 gate 44. And yeah, welcome to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, guys. Beautiful sunset arrival. I love the weather right now. It looks really, really nice. There's the air trams. I don't know. What's your guys' take on MCO for those of you that have flown into or out of MCO? Is it a yay, nay? You guys like this airport, not like the airport? I personally, I have my love-hate relationship with Orlando. It's a good airport for good reasons, but then it's also a bad airport for other reasons as well. For example, the in terms of the what do you call it? The TSA, right? The security checks. You have either Terminal A or Terminal B, so you have two sides, right? So that kind of limits you in terms of having access to different lines and stuff like that. So the TSA line at Orlando typically takes a very, very long time. If you don't get to the airport in a reasonable amount of time, yeah, you might miss your connection flight, or even your flight in general. And the other thing is, yeah, the traffic coming in and out of Orlando sometimes is very, very tough, depending on, of course, the time you come in. Typically I've noticed at night Orlando is very, very backed up. Like most airports out there at night, as they're doing a lot of arrivals and stuff. So that's just one of my negatives of Orlando. But the positives about Orlando is that there are many flights that leave from Orlando to many different spots around the U.S., which I love, and a lot of them are direct.
Airshare 723 lining up for runway 18 right, Orlando traffic.
All right, we're about to enter Echo 2 here. Turn right here. Kind of took that corner really quick, but that's okay. Here, left and right. All right. So we're gonna make this left here on Echo 2, continue into the gate. Which is dead ahead of us, 44. There it is. All right. Before we actually get to the gate, let's go ahead and turn off our taxi light here. All right. Last but not least, we gotta make sure we have a fresh lineup on the line here. I don't know if we have a marshaller.
723, departing runway 18 right, Orlando traffic.
Oh, there we go. Very stressful parking here. It's a little cheating, but it's okay.
Orlando traffic, Delta 6441, clear runway 18 left. Taxiing via Foxtrot.
Get that 0000. Perfect. All right, let's hear that shutdown. Park and brake on. Turn off the fuel. Seatbelt. Oh, that sound is beautiful. I love it. All right, let's request a boarding here. There we go. What a good flight. Seatbelt is coming off. I love it. All right. Go back into the cockpit. Lights on. We got a jet right here. Jet bridge. Let's go ahead and set the chocks. Request the jet bridge to come in. All right. So let's go and why isn't any of my ground vehicles coming in? Let's restart our GSX here. Any day now. Look at that lineup. Oh, the gate's not attaching. Oh, there it is. There it's not. All right. It's okay. Look at that. Perfect. Can't get any more perfect than that. All right. What's going on with my GSX? Come on. Come on, aircraft data. Let's turn off our beacon actually while that happens, and let's actually connect our ground power. No need to have the APU on if we don't need it. Turn off our hydraulics here. Fuel pumps come off. There it is. Deboard. American. All right, let's turn off our window heat, probe heat.
6441, crossing runway 17 right at Echo.
Cool. Ground power, let's turn that on. APU now can turn off. Let's turn off, let's reset this. Awesome. All right, guys. Again, welcome to Orlando. We made it. Let's go and take our, let's go look at our passenger satisfaction, shall we? All right, so they are deboarding here. They are 80% satisfied. I'm assuming that 20% is because they didn't get any drinks, but you know what? They'll survive. They can go buy a $6 bottle of water at the airport. Let's wait for this APU to shut down. This shutdown is actually really nice. Look at that. They're walking. That sound is beautiful. They're walking on thin air. It's crazy. All right, let's do what a real world pilot typically does after they do land. Let's go do let's greet everybody. Bye. Good day. Have a good one. See you next time. Thanks for flying. You guys are conjoined. All right. Have a good one, sir. Oh my God. Everybody's ducking. Okay. Everybody's crouching. Everybody's too tall for this aircraft. Have a good one, ma'am. Thank you for your service today. There we go. All right. All right. Come on. Keep it going. Keep it going. We don't have all day here. Got other flights to fly. Typically, I think you have a first officer that cares. One of them doing the post flight check, but we'll do that here in just a second. All right. Screw you guys. I don't have time for this. Let's go. All right. Let us go do a post flight check. So let's go just make sure everything is good. Make sure we didn't hit any birds on the arrival. I'll make sure our tires looking really good here. Which we are. Really nice. All right. Take a look at the engine. Make sure we didn't get anything sucked in here. Which, for the most part, looking good. All right. Let's check the wing. Leading edge looking good. Wingtips looking good as well. I don't really know what they look for exactly on a post-flight walk, but we're going to pretend we know what we're looking for. All right, so we have the tires looking good. Man, this plane is beautiful. It's very clean. Eyes from the outside. All right, elevator's looking good. That wow. I'm more looking at the plane than the kind of than what I'm supposed to be looking for. But anyway, hello. Excuse us. All right. Yep, looking good. Looking good. All right, let's check this engine, the right side engine. Looking good here. Wing is looking good. Oh, all right. They are getting the bags out one by one. Are you working by yourself? Here, let me help you. Yep, there we go. There we go. You're welcome. All right, keep it moving. Let's see here. I think we are good to go. All right, that's us. Where's my jet bridge? Why is it doing that? So weird. It's glitching out like a madman here. All right, anyway, let's go back into the cockpit here. Make sure everybody is out. Oh, flight attendant has deboarded. Yep, let's get everybody out. And yeah, we'll shut her down. But yeah, guys, again, thanks for joining me today on my first official flight. This was really fun. Hopefully, we can work out any of the small little kinks that have occurred in today's video. Again, I would love your guys' feedback on what you guys think I can do better or anything that I missed. Anything is appreciated. So feel free to leave that in the comment side below. Again, I would appreciate if you guys would also subscribe to the channel if you're ready to join the journey with me. Again, we are a brand new channel, just starting off. Um, but we're just going to do what we love doing, and that's flight simming, that's traveling as well, that's vlogging, all that kind of good stuff. I really want to get this channel up and started to just have you guys enjoy. So, again, thank you guys for joining today. My name is Fahim, FBX HD Aviation, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next time.